So, happy Tuesday, everybody. What a fantastic Tuesday. February 18th, 2020. This is 14 days before Super Tuesday, but for me, today is election day for me, because here in Colorado, we get our written ballots sent out to us prior to the election. Usually it's a month. It's about 2 weeks now. I fully expect my ballot to be in my mailbox. I probably should check it first before I announce today's my election day, but nevertheless, today I'm going to vote for Bernie Sanders to become president, and I get to do that in Colorado right now. I get to do it in Colorado right now. 2 weeks prior, I can send it by post office, or I could drop it in one of the election drop-off boxes that they got scattered about, or I can drop it off at the clerk right now, early, or I can wait till election day and drop it off on that day just to make sure that I know that it's there in the box that's going to be counted. There is a guy in the post office. He just had so much anxiety that he just didn't deliver any of his mail, and he just kept on going to a storage unit and just packed all the mail there and said he delivered it. So the post office is pretty reliable, though. It's just that the more steps there are, the more things that could happen, right? Put it in the mailbox, the mailman picks it up, puts it in the stack, puts it into another post office. They pick it up, they hand it to the people that need it, they put it in their mailbox, they pick it up, maybe they got it. Anyway, it's just, so I think I'm going to vote today and drop it off in one of the drop-off boxes. So yeah, don't cry for me, Argentina. I get a vote. I get a vote today. And so fantastic. Now, today, it's February 18th, 2020, Tuesday. This is one day before the great big debate. The great big debate is going to happen tomorrow. 5 people have already automatically registered, everybody that's got a delegate. And maybe Bloomberg, maybe Tom Steyer. So you got a debate, and then you got a caucus. The early caucusing ends today, so Nevada had 4 days of early caucusing, and now Nevada has, the Saturday official caucus coming up, and the Nevada debate. So today's, this whole week is just all Nevada, Nevada, Nevada. Now, Bernie Sanders has been, kicking ass, taking names, has been tearing the pavement up, been going all over the place, pushing his progressive agenda. He went to Tacoma, Washington. He went to, Tim Robbins was stumping for Bernie in Tacoma, Washington. That was last night, February 17, 2020. I think he was at another place earlier in the morning, but he's gone to Texas, Nevada, Colorado, California, Washington State. A bunch of rallies in just a few short, period, just a few short dates, just a small period of time. So, he's kicking ass, taking names. In Denver, there was a fight at the Bernie Sanders rally. One guy had tackled another guy. They fell into the stage, and then 3 other men broke those 2 men up, and then the original 2 men just went their separate ways. So really not much of a fight, more of a tackle, and then another tackle, and then it was all over before it began. So, not me, us. Not me, us. Nate Silver couldn't even predict Donald Trump winning the presidency last year. It's actually incredible if you think about how American politics is just a coin toss. It's just heads or tails. It's so binary in the fact that people are saying, well, Donald doesn't have a chance. He captured one of the major party nominations. He's just a coin toss chance away. So for so many people who predict that, he couldn't get in and he would never get in, it's incredible. So yeah, even Nate Silver, this, statistician, this guy who crunches all the numbers and knows this and knows that, 538 something. Anyways, he didn't predict Donald Trump winning the presidency in 2016, so Nate Silver got Donald Trump wrong. He's going to blame the interstate cross-check knocking off enough voters off the scrolls, which is what got Donald elected, but a lot of things got Donald elected. So, yeah, Nate didn't even know that he couldn't even predict Donald winning the presidency. It was a 50-50 shot, but Nate Silver fucked that, that computation all up to hell. So, who gives a fuck what the fuck Nate Silver thinks? So I mentioned the debates, the big controversy for the debates, for the debate tomorrow. So you got 5 people, right? Elizabeth Warren, Amy Klobuchar, Bernie Sanders, Pete Buttigieg, and Joe Biden all have 1 delegate apiece, and so therefore they're automatically qualified. And now we're looking to see if not only Mike Bloomberg, but also Tom Steyer. Is Tom Steyer going to be in the debates? They only got 1 more day. They got today. If they don't get, a poll, Tom Steyer needs 3 qualifying polls, and Mike Bloomberg needs 1 qualifying poll. And that's if he's able to get it before tonight, by midnight, I guess. But Mike only needs 1 qualifying poll since Tom Perez of the DNC changed the rules midstream, i.e. he cheated. Now the 20,000 different donations for 20 different states is no longer a requirement. So the unique donations, the grassroots donations, is no longer a requirement. Mike Bloomberg only needs 1 more qualifying poll, and his campaigner, he said that he's going to be at the debate if he qualifies. Good. I want him at the debate. Let's see what he's got. It's time to put up or shut up. Jesus Christ. This asshole wants to fly in, halfway through the damn primary. For now on, all you got to do is just say you're employing the Bloomberg strategy, right? Oh, why aren't you campaigning or spending any money in Iowa and New Hampshire and all these other places? Well, I'm doing the Bloomberg strategy, right? I'm going to skip the first 4 contests. Bobby Fischer was able to pull, some shit off like that. So he does, represent some kind of threat. I don't know how big of a threat. I'm actually sick of talking about Bloomberg. His policies are terrible. All you got to do is just look at him for a little bit. Just look at him for a little bit, just for a little second. And, just scratch beneath the surface and you see that he's a paper tiger. As a Republican. So, anyways, Mayor Pete. I hear that Mayor Pete he bulldozed homeless tents in South Bend, Indiana, so that's fantastic, right? Fucking Mayor Pete has class warfare. It's possible that Mayor Pete Buttigieg is a Manchurian cyborg with advanced AI created and maintained by the CIA. It's a possibility. Mayor Pete said that Keegan-Michael Keel had endorsed him, but Keegan-Michael Keel actually didn't. So, oops. Pete Buttigieg is working on firing Jackie Robinson, getting him out of the Hall of Fame. He already fired the first black police chief. He already fired the first black fire police chief of South Bend, Indiana. So now he's working on getting Jackie Robinson. Then, I'm just kidding on that. But one thing I know for sure, that Mayor Pete is just absolutely full of shit. He is just absolutely full of shit. Yeah, just Jesus. Obama 1.0. Pete's old staffer is working in Nevada. So there's, all predictions, everything. It's looking to me that there's going to be massive problems in Nevada. Okay? Massive problems in Nevada. 4 days of early caucusing ends today. And then the debate tomorrow, and then the Saturday's the official caucuses. So Saturday we'll get the numbers. Saturday we'll actually see what's happening. But Bernie Sanders is winning Nevada by 19 points. Bernie Sanders is trouncing, is beating the shit out of all the competitors by 19 points. Nearly 20 points. And we're only, 5 days away. So the fact that Bernie is trouncing 19 points, I don't expect any major waves. He should win by that much. So I bet you there's going to be some fuckery. Some fuckery is afoot in Nevada. And the reason why I predict massive problems is because we've already seen massive problems, okay? So first, Nevada is using new technology, and they're not doing shadow, but they are doing new technology. It's simple technology, Google Forms, a calculus, a caucus calculator, but it's brand new, nonetheless. And some of the people are stupid. So Nevada has one of the worst education systems in America. The Google Forms uses a password PIN, a personal identification number or password. So you have to come up with a password. How many are going to forget that password? So I see problems that's happening there. The caucus calculator, it just seems like it's an online tool, not an app. So I don't know what the fuck the problem is there. But, essentially you just want to put a check mark next to a person's name and then have that check mark count for something. That's all I want as a voter. I put a check mark, therefore that vote counts. the the caucus calculator just seems like it's overkill. Nevada wants to get instant, information, up to the moment, data. Here's some data in Nevada. So they're trying to get some good data, but it looks like we're going to have some bad data in Nevada. Some bad data in Nevada. What's the matter in Nevada? Why you got to have some bad data? Some bad data in Nevada. What the fuck? So I don't see any problems with the caucus calculator, but just the Google Forms and the password problems. Also, there's very long lines, 5 hours. People went from 2, 3, 4, 5 hours to go to do early caucusing, but wasn't the whole point of early caucusing was to save time? If it's early caucusing takes 5 hours, how long does actual caucusing take? The biggest problem, Bernie votes are being thrown out. So Bernie voters... the people voting for Bernie Sanders are being thrown out. That's because people aren't voting for Bernie Sanders the proper, the correct, the very specific and precise way that they require. If you want to vote for Bernie Sanders and then nobody else, vote for Bernie Sanders, unaffiliated. If you vote for Bernie. If you vote for Bernie and then, nobody else, you have to do Bernie, unaffiliated. You got to pick the top 3. So people that put Bernie, they're throwing those votes out, but it's clear as day that they just wanted Bernie Sanders, so if Bernie didn't make the threshold, then they should throw that vote out. But up until he's not a viable candidate, they should keep that vote inside, so they should not be throwing these votes out. So they're throwing these votes out. There's possible problems with the technology, and then, Pete's old staffer, Emily Goldman. Emily Goldman went from working as a staffer, just a peon for Pete Buttigieg, to overseeing all Nevada's election system. They call her the new voter protection director. So that's Orwellian, right? The voter protection director. Oh, we're going to protect the voters. Well, that's nice, Emily Goldman. But she worked for Pete's old, used to work for Pete Buttigieg, just like that Shadow app had connections to, right? I think Amy Klobuchar and Biden and Pete all donated to Shadow, but, it just seems like it's very possible it seems like to me fuckery is afoot, and so I predict massive problems in Nevada. I hope it's not like that. Hope for the best, expect the worst, but... Now, a couple, just this and that. Bloomberg is saying Bernie is acting like Trump. So Bernie had pointed out some Bloomberg quote about Bloomberg shitting on the farmers, and Bernie is like, see, he's shitting on the farmers. He don't even like the farmers. So Bloomberg says, that's just like Trump. And then Bernie posted a picture of Bloomberg and Donald on a golf course on his Twitter account. So, oh yeah, Bernie's just like Trump. Meanwhile, Mike Bloomberg and Donald Trump are riding around in golf carts on a golf course. Who's like Trump? Maybe the friend, the guy who sits right next to him. So Bernie says that Bloomberg hates farmers. Bloomberg does hate the poor peasants, the farmers, the working class. I once saw Bloomberg actually spit in a farmer's face, and he told him to go, get back in the barn, you pig fucking shitty farmer, you. And he started snickering, right, with a weasel, the hyena, snicker. He did that because the farmer asked for some more porridge. That was all he did. He asked nicely, too. He said, please, sir, can I have some more? Please, sir. But that wasn't good enough for old Ace Bloomberg Jones. So, yeah, fucking Bloomberg, the serial sexual assaulter and the ultra-racist Bloomberg Jones. Talk about Trump 2.0. He said he was talking about the agrarian farmers 3,000 years ago. Okay, so that clears it up. Yep. Clear as weasel shit, which is what Bloomberg is. Weasel shit. Bloomberg said that blacks and Latinos don't know how to behave at a job. He said blacks and Latinos are the only ones causing all the crime. Obama tweeted that signing the Recovery Act into law brought about a decade of prosperity and record-breaking job growth. Is that true? Who the fuck knows what's going on? Post-truth isn't post-modernism. Post-modernism is a good thing. Post-truth is post-oblivion. That's why we need truth-tellers now, more than ever, like Edward Snowden. Last but not least, John Oliver went ahead and put his 2 cents in. Since he came from the UK, and they have universal health care there, and in America they've been telling how, he's went ahead, he mocked Pete Buttigieg, okay? John Oliver mocks Pete Buttigieg because Pete Buttigieg believes in Medicare for all who want it. So Pete says he trusts the American people to make the right decision when it comes to the public option. But John Oliver said, you trust the Americans to make the right choice? They drink Bud Light beer. So therefore, we can't be trusted to make the right choice. On Bernie Care, John Oliver also said that Bernie Care covers way more than most governments cover. And so he's saying it is, a little bit too much. But he said compared to America's current health care system, we absolutely need Bernie Care. John Oliver said about America's current healthcare system, it's the Kama Sutra of healthcare because there's many ways to get fucked in America's healthcare system. We got the option to get fucked by the ambulance. We got the option to get fucked by going to the wrong hospital. Or we could get fucked by going to the right hospital but getting the wrong doctor. So American healthcare system provides many pathways, many options in order for us to get fucked. So John Oliver is basically with Bernie Care. He's saying $50 trillion for this shit that we got now. Let's do something cheaper. Bernie Care is $30 trillion, so it's cheaper. We're going to spend less money with him. And then even though, it's more comprehensive than all the rest of them, America's healthcare system is just so fucked. We need Bernie Care just to get back to the middle. So there's your update. That's the update for February 18th, Tuesday, 2020. Only, few short days before Super Tuesday. It's a sprint to Super Tuesday. Get to Super Tuesday, and then you'll see the storyline. You'll basically understand, what the hell's going on after Super Tuesday. But, yeah, run, Bernie, run. Make sure y'all go out and go vote. And, don't drink or drive, and don't ride with anybody who does. Peace.